Hello everybody, and bear with me, I'm just sorting out my phone so that it comes out and is all delightful and jolly for everyone. Yeah, there we go. Welcome everyone to F1 2016, the second last episode, maybe the final one for the actual season stuff, depending on how crash happy I go. And welcome to what is probably the hottest day of the year. And I've had to turn my fan off to make sure that it doesn't come through on the microphone. So I'm going to be dripping all kinds of things this evening. So I hope you are as sweaty and horrible as I am. Because without a fan on, my ample frame shall sweat like Jabba the Hutt. Anyway. So yes, we're into the final stretch. There's going to be a couple of rounds where I'm going to really struggle. And this is the first of them at Marina Bay. Singapore. I like the circuit, but I can't drive here consistently for toffee. So we had a chassis weight upgrade, which has put us to the third best team. Yay! So there's the old team stats going on there. And then as per usual, construct or drivers championship, we've still got an outside chance of maybe winging this one. Maybe. Constructors wise, I'd say we're pretty rooted in third. So that's all good. So let's dive off. As always, for this second season, there's no practice or quali. I will start last.
Welcome and good evening,
with my setup. Thank you, Crofty, and see how I go. And this will be an interesting start because I've been playing more Dirt 4 in between episodes, which means that I'll expect the car to handle like a rally car for the beginning, which could be a problem.
At some point before qualifying, let's get our track acclimatization program complete. It'll help us identify any specific problem areas on the circuit.
Good, it's dry. That's all I wanted to know.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top three again are Alonso, Ricciardo and Jenson Button. Thank you for joining us for free practice today.
So what I'm hoping is that with McLaren doing so well, but are not in the driver's hunt, is that those two will be able to take points off of the Mercedes and the Red Bulls around this race, and hopefully Japan as well, where I don't generally go very well. Traditionally, Suzuka has never been a good circuit for me. So if I can kind of minimise the damage at those two sessions, then hopefully we'll be good when it comes to the final trio. Maybe get a trio of wins. Not. Move that across. There we go. Hello, microphone.
It's late in the evening here in...
I'm sure it is, Crofty. This is going to be an interesting one on tyre strategy, I think. Because I don't think I'll be able to keep the Ultra Softs and not have to pit twice. Where's...
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top three, who are Verstappen, Alonso and Jenson Button. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
I love this alternative world. So that's all good. So our championship leader is in 9th place on the grid. That can only benefit us. Because he had like a 15-point advantage. Wow, my PS4 is really loud at the moment. I know it's hot weather, peeps, but don't explode. Yes, Jenson. Right, let's race a row.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid.
Let's do that.
Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position. And it's Fernando Alonso in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Button, Hamilton, Daniel Ricciardo, and Sainz, Magnussen, Vettel, Rosberg, and Daniel Kvyat. Bottas, Raikkonen, Sergio Perez, and Massa, Hülkenberg, Gutierrez, Romain Grosjean, and Pascal Wehrlein. Haryanto and Nasser, Marcus Ericsson, and a Renault rounds off the grid.
Whoop, whoop.
And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay. So now I'm quite tempted to go super softs and then maybe switching to the softs. But super softs is the right way for me to go, I think. With my higher tyre wear driving that I usually do. You are leading, maintain the pace. I don't think I am. Oh, okay, it's because I'm on the wrong side of the finish line. There's a bug that needs to be sorted for the future if that gives me a penalty. Oh, it would have done, you know.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
So Le Mans was this weekend, which looked like it was very good. I didn't follow it personally myself. Over at racedepartment.com next weekend is a 24 hours of Le Mans there where we play with R Factor 2, and I shall be commentating across the event. Specifically, I'll be turning the wee hours in the morning into some kind of filthy smithy chat show, so do feel free to drop in. I won't necessarily be main commsing all the way through the whole thing. But, yeah, if you like Le Mans and you like R Factor 2, then next weekend, come over to racedepartment.com. We've got a fun-filled 24-hour action for you and prizes to give away, including stuff from Thrustmaster, I believe. If you want to improve your sim racing rig. I think I'm getting back used to this game again. As like last week, where I was still feeling Dirt 4 all the way through the first race, if I do crash out on the first lap or corner, I will restart. But I don't have any rewinds on. Oh. Careful, Schmiffy. Okay. For honour and for championship positions. Let's do this. I'm so sweaty already. Curse you, fan and microphone. I didn't want the breeze to be going on the mic, so I've turned it off. Sweaty fat man. Right, let's do this. Yes, go and cover that line. Let me go down the inside. Thank you very much. Ooh, that's gone exceptionally well. Ooh, that doesn't look like it's going to go well for whoever that is. Yes! Okay, let him go. We can get him afterwards. Yes! Go me, actually thinking ahead for once. Oh, yellow... Oh, shit! Oh, that's Rosberg. Excellent. Our championship leader is not going to be scoring many points with that. Love it. Well, that has just thrown the whole thing open. I wonder what happened there. He must have been side by side with someone.
Right side under rain restore.
Hey James. Hope you're well, mate. You've normally got something going on the other screen. Is it IndyCar and NASCAR today? Or is it just NASCAR? Okay, I feel quite good about this at the moment.
Michigan.
Ah.
They're just about to go green themselves.
Ah, awesome. I'm sorry, Daniel. Who's holding everyone up here then? Is it Button?
The car behind has minor front wing damage. Front wing damage.
That wasn't from me. I love how last placed Rosberg is right now. So fastest lap.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available.
Ah, that was a poor exit. I could have tried for Vettel there. That's okay, we'll get DRS hopefully. Oh, it's Hamilton who's slow. Okay.
We shouldn't see any rain, but if a storm front does appear, then we'll let you know.
So that's Ricardo who's got through. Interesting. Okay. Is he? Yeah, he is an Ultra Softs. That's really surprising. Someone else has lost a front wing as well. I wonder if that was Kvyat hitting. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Wow. That was a complete fluke. I'm so sorry, Carlos. That wasn't even an overtake. Oh, he's in early. Actually caused me confusion.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
Yeah, front wing problems, I wonder, for Hamilton, since no one else is going. Oh, the heat in the UK. I feel like we're in the humidity of Singapore. Oh, Alonso's in the lead! God, if Alonso actually won this race, I don't think I'd want to overtake him if he was leading. I feel like he deserves an AI win anyway. Anyone in? Ricardo in this time, okay.
Okay, gap ahead is 3.8 seconds. Kevin has come into the pits. Kevin in the pits now.
Okay. Now's the time to run the rich fuel. And quick laps if we can. Whilst
Our gap behind is 4.9 seconds.
Verstappen and Button battle away.
We're considering switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A?
I will ask that when we get onto a straight. Keep current.
Okay, copy that.
I do hope they don't change the layout of this. I know there was talk of the circuit's layout changing, but it's so relentless and it's such a concentration circuit rather than a like balls to the wall circuit. This is like the mental Grand Prix, if that makes sense. Is that both of them in? Yes, it is. An ice cream. Where's Kimmy when you need him? I need to catch up on NASCAR actually, James, whilst you were saying about that. I've not watched the last race yet. I'm a bit behind. And there was two Formula 3.5 races at Hungary today that I need to watch as well, which I'll probably do after this stream. Love that series.
Approaching the pit window, you'll be on the ultra softs.
I feel like that's a good idea. I feel like I want to stay out on these tyres longer. Ooh, Alonso, baby. Yes, apologies that this stream's today and not yesterday. I was quite conscious that probably everyone would be busy watching Le Mans, so I didn't actually do it. Oh, first warning of the race. So I didn't actually want to stream when that thing only comes around once a year, so of course people will want to watch that. Feel like a good lap, but it wasn't.
Okay, distance to teammate 31.4 seconds.
That doesn't feel enough. Especially if this pit out. I hate this pit out so much. That was terrible. Got someone else back in again. Is that all? Worried.
How about Kobayashi breaking the Le Mans lap record?
Yeah, that looked amazing. Good retribution for Kamui. He deserves love. I feel so sorry for the guy. I've watched the onboard of that. It just looks sublime.
Pit window is open. The pit window
Hey,
is
Zap.
open.
Hope you're well. Thanks for coming and saying hello. Oh, I feel so sweaty.
Conditions to remain dry for a while. We will update you if the outlook changes.
I think I'm going to come out a lap longer on these tyres so that my Ultra Softs have the chance of staying alive.
I loved watching your series on Parappa the Rapper.
Ah, Parappa. Hey, Parappa, you gotta believe.
Okay, we're ready for you. Box this lap.
You might be ready for me, but I'm not coming. I love Parappa the Rapper. I do hope that there's going to be a Parappa the Rapper 3. I'm slightly worried though because the Kickstarter for Project Rapid Rabbit, sorry.
I'm watching that series all the time when I was travelling to lab.
Awesome. That's really cool to know, thank you.
They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
But yeah, I'm a bit worried about Parappa and everyone else's prospects, because the Kickstarter that they're doing, the Parappa guy and the Gitaru Hero guy, called Project Rabbit, I think it's called, has not gone well at all. I mean, they've asked for like £1 million, which seems quite hefty for a rhythm action game, but if I'm honest, I don't know that is the case or not the case of how much that kind of thing would cost. But yeah, it just feels like a bit strange to me. Oh shit.
Your front wing is damaged. Performance will be affected. We think there's a viable strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one?
Hang on. Confirm change.
Understood. Copy that.
Oh, that was such a shame. It was really weird as well. I don't feel like I broke any later. Never mind. This will definitely ruin my plans for domination, I think. Oh, Ericsson's out of the race.
Maybe because of music. Or do you think it's because of they want to add like multiplayer or more levels?
I don't know. It's the whole thing around Project Rabbit is that it's supposed to be dynamic. So you type in certain thing, not type in, you choose some of the words that happen. So to have like, I suppose, a good dynamic rapping like way of play, I suppose, would be quite difficult to do. Oh, look at everyone passing us! Fucking Gutierrez.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Alright, no stop go penalty, thank Christ. Right, let's do this. Every point we get closer brings us closer to Rosberg.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Plenty of fuel. Oh, the grip. The beautiful grip.
Also, that pit stop looked sexy as a transition.
Indeed. Oh Christ. Don't hit the walls, Simon. This is bad for a racing game. You know this by now. Oh wow. We are going to get K-Mag at the end of this straight, surely. Yes! Oh, we might get Bottas in this as well, you know.
We've been awarded a time penalty.
Oh,
We'll go
of
against
course
our
we are.
finishing time at the end of the race.
That's okay. It's because I'm sweating and the sweat's dripping in my eye. Although I've done an awesome live stream of Super Beat Sonic, which is the latest rhythm action game to come out on consoles and stuff. Very, very cool. It was a Vita game, and it's very DJ Max because it's the same people. But it doesn't have all the charm that Parappa and Co have. I'd quite like a PJ Berry DJ game. I'd buy that.
The gap behind us is 2.8 seconds.
Sorry, Kimmy, but you was being really slow into that corner.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. The gap to the leader is 11.3 seconds.
I thought tyre wear would be huge around here. It's clearly not.
Excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
I won't. Yeah, I guess the last thing that I want to say on Parappa and Co, unless you've got any other questions, is I am looking at doing, I've been saying this for a very long time though, I've got 2 web series that I want to kick off. One will be about racing games, but the other one will be all about rhythm action games, where I look into detail about the mechanics and how the different games work and stuff, into proper 20-30 minute videos. So
That's a new fastest lap for the race.
Naturally Parappa would be one that I would do, but I'd do 1 per game. But I don't know when that video specifically for Parappa will come out. Oh shit, shit, shit!
1.4 seconds.
Oh, you cockface. I knew that was going to happen as soon as I did it, but I'd done it anyway. And that's going to get me a penalty. No, maybe not. Right, take 2.
Only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
I need to get 3 seconds ahead of Perez.
This is your final lap of the race.
Oh, piss off. 3 second penalty again. No points for Smithy.
Penalty for that last incident.
Oh, this is so frustrating. Sweating like a pig. Gonna get nothing for it. Never mind.
Conditions should remain dry. We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather.
Oh, Christ. Well, that's done it. Oh, crikey. Schmiffles. Never mind. We'll get him next time, Gadget. Oh, Alonso won. And now we've got a puncture. What a disaster! No points. Hey!
Okay, we're all a bit gutted with our result, but let's work
You're
hard.
gutted?
We'll get it together for the next race.
Oh, alright, bear with me. I just need a quick towel.
Brilliant stuff from McLaren today. What a superb victory. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the McLaren team.
Yes,
and
Verstappen
I'm really
was third.
happy to see them there on the top step of the podium.
So actually, that's not too bad because I don't think anyone will have overtaken Rosberg for the championship. Let's have a quick look.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, I have to give it to Kimi Räikkönen. Consistency, good battle, sensible
Mechanical
driving.
failure from...
He can be pleased with that performance today.
On to the constructors then. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. That's it for today's Grand
Okay,
Prix.
so...
From Ant and I, it's goodbye and see you
A
again
double
next time.
McLaren podium. Did we just time travel back to 1988?
Thank you, phone, for putting that in a whole number. Love it. Yes, they're really well powered in this towards the end of this season, which is grand for us. But we're still 39 points so we're within striking distance, is all I shall say. But we're going to need some shit hot luck for this to work for us. And actually, we've got to be careful for McLaren in the constructors, because we could slip to fourth. Okay. Right, I've now toweled myself down. Sorry, I was sweating like a bitch. I wonder if there's any way that I can have this fan on. Okay, I've stuck my fan on. I'm going to move my microphone. Let me know if you can really hear that fan and I'll turn it back off again. I'm trying to angle it not at the microphone at all. Which is quite difficult to do because my chops is right next to it. Okay, next weekend. Isn't it Suzuka and I do shit at Suzuka? Oh, Malaysia. Oh, good. No, I'm good at Malaysia. This makes me happy. We can make a difference here. We can do this. And if McLaren can continue to take points off everyone else, that would be lovely. Thank you. And if no one else can have any car upgrades, that would be great. Right. Yes, no car upgrades. Loving that. I don't think we're going to get another car upgrade this season, but I don't want to cease R&D just yet, just in case.
This weekend we're at Kuala Lumpur.
Kuala Lumpur. Please be dry. Yes. I bet I now do terribly here because I've just bigged up that I actually do well around here normally. Or in my head I do well around here. We shall soon find out. Oh. Let's go to Quali.
Quick look at the classification at the end of the session then. Here are your top three.
Yes, go on McLaren. You can round off my podium, Jensen and Fernando. I will allow it.
Sit back and put your feet up as we head into...
Yes. Rosberg's more on it here. Ooh. Well, Ricciardo's full from the championship, so he can lead the charge. I'm happy with this. Where's Hamilton? Oh, there he is. Oh, McLaren front row. Please let that be true. Nah, Ricciardo. Ooh, half a second.
Wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top three. Ricciardo, Button and Fernando Alonso. It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand Prix itself gets underway.
Okay. Let's do this. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Come on. We can do this.
Well then, after an exciting...
Hello.
Hey, Chimpy. Chimpy. Ooh, harden and soft. Ooh, is that going to be the right way? Okay, let's do hard tyres, then soft. This feels like I'm setting myself up for failure, but we'll soon find out. And we can always switch to medium afterwards, I guess. You missed me have an amazing race at Singapore, Chimp, before then utterly failing because I was getting hot and sweaty and the sweat was dripping in my eyes on the last 2 laps because I turned my fan off. So if you're in for a giggle, watch my race disintegrate before my very eyes. It was a lovely way to finish 18th. I might after this race, I might have an ice cream break in the middle.
I won't be at next week's stream.
Oh, that's okay. There's not going to be one. Oh, it's like we perfectly timed it. Yay! Are you deserting me, Chimpy? What are you up to? That just means that we have to finish the season tonight. I think.
Holiday in Gran Canaria.
Oh, you jammy bitch. That sounds lovely. I've always wanted to go there. Don't know if anyone else in the stream has been to Gran Canaria. It does look amazing. Right, let's get my armpit in front of the fan.
I lead TMW.
Oh, nice. Have an amazing time. I'm going on my first holiday abroad in 9 years next month, so there won't be some streams next month either. I need to make some like pre-made content.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Zante in Greece. Mega looking forward to it.
My dad is there at the...
Oh wow. That's cool. Sorry, Felipe. Oh wow, Rosberg down in 7th again, having a shit first lap. So is your dad like having like a little pre-lad holiday before the family comes? Oh, this looks juicy. No, Rosberg, I could see what you were doing.
He lives away from me.
Ah, okay. Sorry to hear that. Okay, man. Oh, we're going wide. We're going very wide. Oh, K-Mag. We're still going wide.
It's fine, he's a cunt.
Hashtag truth.
Okay, the car behind is nursing front wing damage. Start creating a gap.
Sorry, K-Mag. You can go on the hard tyres now, K-Mag, too. Ultra strategy. Right, we'll have Kimmy.
Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
Do you remember in games when lens flare was not a thing? It's so much easier to see where you were going.
Kevin is in the pits.
Why are you not streaming next week?
I'm not streaming next week because I am commentating on the Le Mans 24 Hours at racedepartment.com. So I do esports commentary in my spare time, and I do the Le Mans series that's sponsored by Thrustmaster over on that specific website.
If the situation changes, we'll let you know.
So I'm doing the... I'll probably do most of the whole 24 hours, to be fair. I'd normally dive in and out. Thank you. And yeah, it should be fun. I'm going to be covering a lot of the early hours in the morning because most people know not to let me on broadcast in like before 9 o'clock on the evening. This is why some of my chums are now professional commentators and I'm still not. Sadly.
The distance to the leader is 3.6 seconds.
I'm so happy I'm matching these people's time and I'm on a two-step worse tyre. This bodes well for later in the race.
Did you see 3 for F1 2017?
Hang on, bear with me a sec. I shall reread that message once I'm out of this corner complex. Complete loss of grip there. That was really weird. Yes, I did see E3 F1 2017. It looks good, doesn't it?
The gap to the car ahead is 1.5 seconds.
I am impressed with how it's all coming together. And looking like a juicy little package for us to all get our little mitts on. And what I need to do is book the launch date of the game off from work.
Car's noticeably bigger.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't look like a complete reskin, if that makes sense.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Like, because sometimes when you go from, like, when you're in yearly franchises, like if you looked at this game this year compared to 2015, like physically it's like a reskin. Even if like all the stuff under the hood is actually, there's a lot of good finessing and tweaking, but it is just a refining and reskinning.
Comes out day after results day, fearful face.
Ooh, bum 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 bum. Well, if you do well, then it's your treat. And if you do really crap, then it's your cheer-up present. I fail to see how you wouldn't want to buy.
Strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A?
Oh, Jeff, stop it with the strategies. Keep current. Keep current.
Copy that.
God, I swear Jeff belongs to a charity. Oh, DRS, hello.
cross.
I don't know if I'm going to switch to the softs. I might switch to the mediums, you know, because I'm tanking these tyres up. Like nobody's business. Ooh, Hulk's on the mediums behind. That's interesting. It's like when all the cars gone, I get a little bit lost for a lap and start cutting the track. It's like I forget how to drive again. Christ, what kind of racing line was that? Come back to us, track.
How did you find Le Mans?
I didn't watch a lot of it, to be fair. I've only kind of... What's really annoying, and maybe it put me off, is that I've got some people on my Facebook wall from all the different sim racing stuff that I do who started getting hyped about Le Mans in January, and I was like, just shut up. I know it's only once a year, but just shut up. And then it's like constant pictures of, oh, look at this prototype car, fap, fap, fap. And I was like, shut up, shut up. And then, so I didn't really need to watch much of the actual race itself because everyone was just like commenting whenever a Toyota blew up. So I was like, well, I don't really feel like I need to watch much of this race anymore.
Kevin has come into the pits. Kevin in the
Hilariously. I think it was James that was saying earlier on in the chat about Kamui's lap record, and that was impressive. And I do quite like the Le Mans circuit. I think it's a good circuit, but yeah, I felt like I'd already had my fill before the race had come around. Too many fanboys. I need to learn to sort out my Facebook settings.
It was mostly pit stops when I watched it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And someone always explodes on like the last 10 minutes anyway. So it's better to tune in with about an hour to go. And then you get like the highlight reel. They do look ultra impressive in the dark though. Right, I think I'm going to go for medium tyres, you know. I don't feel safe doing softs. And I'll pit a lap earlier.
Okay, the gap behind is 12.3 seconds.
Watched Le Mans the Steve McQueen movie today to mark the occasion.
Ah, yeah. So I have that on shrink wrap in DVD. On DVD in shrink wrap. It's in my to watch pile. So I'll be interested to see, to hear your thoughts. Whoever popped that in the box. I also still have the McLaren. Thing in my I bought the film, but actually I've not watched it yet still. Right, what are we doing? Are we pitting or are we staying out one more? Switch mediums.
Affirmative. Medium tyres at the next stop.
Pit this lap.
Say that again. We're having trouble receiving.
Box this lap.
Pitting this lap then, and come into the pits at the end of this lap.
I don't like that tyre percentage odd. Not around here. Oh, that was a bit too early. Never mind. Yeah, I've been trying to get a bit of a catch-up with racing films, actually. I watched one that wasn't very good called Checkpoint the other day.
Did you hear
It's
about
a British
Palmer?
one. No, like his driving, his news has not yet reached me because it's a bit slow. Do tell me what's going on with Palmer, unless it's Kubica based, in which case it's not proven yet. Oh yeah, we beat out Ricciardo and we're on better tyres. I think we're looking good for this. This was a good move, Smithy, good move. Has K-Mag stopped in the back? There's yellow flags everywhere.
Grand Prix 1966 is my favorite movie of all time. The team said unless he starts scoring points regularly, he's out.
Hey! Good. Oh yeah, Grand Prix is a great movie. I agree, I do concur with that. Great movie. And Palmer should... Do you know what? It's disgusting that Palmer did not score points at Canada. That Stroll scored points, for Christ's sake. What more do you need?
We shouldn't see any rain, but if a storm front does appear, then we'll let you know.
As like just general motivation for your life, Stroll has more points than you. And he's driving like someone who's got
How's your salad?
epilepsy. My salad? Do you know what? I've not actually had my salad. I had soup today, which is just as bad. I'm trying to de-tip myself from my holiday because of my ample frame.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
But it's not really going to plan. Taking some unusual lines around the circuit. Never mind. Oh shit. Oh, that's alright, we've got 3 laps left. We've got plenty of time. Well, 4 laps left, you know what I mean. We can chill this out and bring this one home. Yeah, I mean,
have permission to hate Perez.
do you have permission to hate Perez? I don't think Perez has helped himself at all with that. Especially if he thinks he's going to Ferrari. Because that shows that he will not do what Kimi Raikkonen will. Or what Kimi Raikkonen has been doing, at least. He's getting a bit more angry about it now that there's a championship winning potential in a car. But yeah, you look at other teams, you look at Ricciardo and Verstappen. Well, you look at Ricciardo, I don't think Verstappen plays ball either, he's a twat. Or he's petulant rather. He ain't going to get the Ferrari job if he's not going to follow orders and be part of the wider team. what that showed from me is that Perez expects that he's the number one driver in a team and will never, and doesn't think that he deserves to be a number two, which, to be fair, he's very talented and that may be true, but that then limits your options if you're not prepared to play by the ball. And all it will take is for Ocon to out-qualify him in the next 2 or 3 Grand Prix back-to-back, and that could spectacularly backfire for him. I hope it doesn't.
I was shouting at TV because Ocon could have got Ricciardo.
Ricciardo, thanks phone. Yeah, exactly. So it was a shot in the foot. What it also showed, though, is a lack of leadership at Force India, because they've not been in positions like this for a very long time. And a bit like how Williams back in 2014 seemed to like trip over themselves to fight, to not go for the glory, I guess. Remember, was it Silverstone in 2014 where Massa was leading Bottas and they spent so long trying to re-switch each other around and it didn't work, and this, that and the other. And yes, it must be very difficult, but you need to have good team cohesion, and that didn't come across for me. I don't think anyone should be above the team, because it's a team sport, and it's ultimately the team prize fund that funds their drive. Yes, Perez may add to that team prize fund with his sponsors. I'm loving that Button has now just gone second in this race. Please, Button, stay second. Or not. Good for tyre wear, this is good.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're only about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon.
Will do. Just coast around that corner a little bit.
Did you hear Toto Wolff said he would not be surprised to see Rosberg come back to drive for Ferrari?
It's interesting. I don't think he will come back, but what I think has really came out of Rosberg not being at Mercedes and Bottas now being at Mercedes is how much they're willing to talk about how awful. No, not Button. Is how awful the atmosphere was at Mercedes. Now, I don't necessarily think that that's a Rosberg only thing. That's going to be a Rosberg and Hamilton thing. Especially when you think of other explosive stuff, and that's Hamilton and Alonso together at a team and that kind of stuff.
This is your final lap of the race.
So I wonder how much of Rosberg's retirement was not only just a I can't stand this anymore and now I've won, hurrah, I'm off, I've done what I set out to do, or how much of it was, God, this atmosphere is fucking awful and no one else is going to employ me at the moment. But if he comes back, that undermines everything that he said about I only wanted to win one championship, this, that and the other, because he's just driving for a paycheck. And I don't think that would be the motivation that you'd want in a team like that, especially if environment is key to him.
The tank is empty.
Go on, Jensen, you can still be third, mate. You can still be third. I need you to keep the rest of them behind you. I think he's going to do it. Yes. Schmiffy wins!
Great drive. We did it. Good job.
That was needed. So very needed, especially with Suzuka being next.
A great win then for the Renault team today.
Crofty, you should sound more
What was
surprised.
the key to this success?
I think we'll chalk this one up to a deft touch on the brake pedal. That's allowed them to challenge down the inside into the braking zones.
Can Ocon get a podium this
If you do that
year?
often enough, you end up winning the race. It was great to watch as well, though, wasn't it? Forget strategy, forget tyre management. Who doesn't love a good old-fashioned scrap?
I've not heard Anthony say
Here
that before.
come today's winning drivers, and what a race it was.
Yes,
This
Button
is a
stayed
team
third.
that knows success very well in F1.
I think
and they're
Ocon
just
could get a
itching for
podium
even
this
more.
year. Pardon me.
Congratulations
It
to
depends
the
very
Renault
much
team for
on
their excellent win today.
where else would they do. Azerbaijan. There's a potential for it. There's going to need to be some retirements. But Ocon can get a podium. Perez can get a podium. There's an outside chance Massa could get a podium.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Lewis Hamilton takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after an excellent result. Moving on to the driver of the day then, Anthony Davidson. Who
It's gotta
would
be
you
me.
go for?
It's a difficult one, but I'll have to go for the Renault driver. Look at where they finished compared to where they started. It's not easy
Yeah.
to cut through the field like that in Formula One, so it was a great effort.
Oh,
And here's
Rosberg.
how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
Right, so Hamilton now leads. We're now just 23 points behind. Oh, there's a championship challenge in there yet. Verstappen, Rosberg goes down to third. Whoops. And Ricciardo, then us. We're still well clear of Button, who goes ahead of Bottas. Raikkonen leapfrogs Perez. I think everyone else is still the same. It's just 5 points between those two, and we're getting closed down on by McLaren because we seem to be a one-car team, either myself or K-Mag crashing off. Never mind. Thank you. Yay! Everyone loves me again. Okay. Let's go to Suzuka. I'm just going to quickly grab a drink out of my fridge. I'll be 2 seconds whilst this just loads up. I may have added alcohol to this drink, and that may be unwise, but never mind. Cheers, everyone. Oh. Om nom nom. Okay. God, why am I so fat? Don't answer that. Okay, we're good. We're good again. Let's continue on with the show. Suzuka. Now I'm shit at this circuit, so I apologise in advance. Ugh. I wonder how many more...
That.
I can answer that. Shush, Chip.
We're back at one of the oldest and one of the...
Oh, it's rain. Ooh. That's gonna... Oh, dear. Expect a nil point. That's Japan in the dry. Oh, I've got a Japan mixed.
We have a number of programs to run during these practice sessions. You can check the details in the car monitor. We'll get good data for both the race and factory teams.
Bit like a mixed kebab. Let's do that.
An interesting practice session there then. Let's remind ourselves of the top three, who are Verstappen, Alonso and Carlos Sainz. That's it for practice then.
Well done, Signs. I wonder how many years the Azerbaijan Grand Prix will continue, because it's got the lowest amount of people that they can stick in the crowds. It also has the... they couldn't even sell it out, if I remember rightly. And I don't think it's sold out again this year. So let's just stop whilst we're ahead and not bother with it next year.
I hope a lot.
Really? Do you like the track? I really dislike it. The only good thing about it is
Welcome
that
to Japan and the impressive Suzuka track for today's qualifying.
castle bit.
I don't see it going for much longer. I love it.
Ooh. Fight, fight, fight in the chat room. I suppose it's how long are they prepared to pay for it. But now Bernie's not getting oil reserves and Chase Carey's involved, I wonder if that will stop.
Bring it, bitch.
Bring it, bitch. Escalated quickly. Oh, this might not be a good one for McLaren actually, because obviously, oh, we're not at Azerbaijan or at Suzuka, you twit.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race
Alonso
tomorrow.
on pole.
Your top three are Alonso, Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, it's goodbye.
Bye. Oh, this is going to be hell. Excuse me. Honestly, no one improved their car, did they? No. Good. Right. Even if you just grab a couple of points here, Smithy, this will do nicely.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. What a qualifying from Fernando Alonso. He starts from
Do
pole
you live
position,
in a tower
and
block
Max
flat?
Verstappen lines
Because
up
I
alongside.
couldn't stop thinking
Looking
about
down
you
the rest
living
of the
in a
grid,
flat
we
in the
have
fire
Ricciardo,
the other day.
Button, Lewis Hamilton,
Ah.
and Rosberg, Magnussen.
No, I don't live in a tower
Raikkonen,
block.
Fiat,
I do live in a
and
flat.
Felipe Massa, Sainz, Vettel, Valtteri Bottas, and
But it's not in a tower
Hülkenberg,
block.
Perez, Grosjean, Esteban Gutierrez, and Pascal Wehrlein. Haryanto and Nasser, Marcus Ericsson, and a Renault rounds off the grid.
No, my
Now it's almost time.
shush, Crofty. My flat bridges two houses, but it's on its own. So, like, people walk underneath it to get to their houses. But no, if there was a fire, I only have to jump a floor. That's okay. But yeah, because there's some tower blocks around where I live, and after Greenfall, you start looking at them and thinking, because I did when I was a young boy, I was looking around for places to buy to get on the property ladder, and the only thing that I could afford was a flat in like the skankiest tower block right on the very top. And one of the things that I thought about was, actually, you're fucked. I've watched Tower Inferno enough. I know I know what happens to people who get trapped on the top of something. So I chose not to, and that's why I rent my property. And I can't afford to buy anything anymore, because I was like, I don't want to go on the property ladder and get fucked over like that. So yeah, so scary that. And that whole thing, not only does it reek of cutting corners and people like basically putting profit before everything else, but the undertones of all of this has some kind of like social, political revolution, because of the disdain, I think, and the anger of what's going on, with all the connotations of having that, all of these tower blocks in such a shit state. It's such a shame that it always takes a massive tragedy for something to then like spark a debate, and for people to wake up and notice. Like Titanic was unsinkable until it sunk. Theresa May thought that she was untouchable in a landslide election, so she didn't put in the effort because she thought she had it covered, which pissed everyone off. So then they all vote for something else. There's always a reason to say something will never happen until it does. So you need to plan for what it does at all costs and at all times, in my opinion. And I don't think that that's health and safety mad. I think that's just planning. Because part of my day job, I'm a communications manager for the government, but I've also dealt with digital delivery of products, and like building things that need to go online, project planning, and it's all around welfare reform, which is like posh words for saying people on benefits. And if you don't plan for something to like go wrong, then you're just planning to fail. And Ericsson. I was going to say I better be removed from the formation lap. What is it with me and a Sauber on a formation lap? It's like we've had babies all year long.
I hate conservatives, and you work for the government.
So, as a civil servant, you have to stay completely impartial, and I find that really difficult, because whenever government changes, you've had to deal with something in one way and push the way how one load of government want to do something, then the next load of government come in, and then you have to do the same. You have to like basically undo all the stuff that you've just done to please the incoming government, and then they'll switch back in like X amount of years. So you just end up being pinged from pillar to post, and it's no wonder that nothing ever gets done, because you can't plan for anything more than a couple of years, because you're not going to be in power. So you have to go for the quick wins and the things that will make a headline and not actually solve the inherent problems of our country. That's me getting all political. I'm really sorry. This is an F1 thing, but it pisses me off. Oh, this feels very slippery. Let's brake here. Oh! Who is it that's gone off? Oh shit, it's Palmer. I think. No, it wasn't Palmer. I don't know who was off there then. Oh, I've got no heat in the tyres. Oh, this is going to be really difficult.
How's it, Pomo? You are replacing Pomo.
Oh yeah! K-Mag rather. I'm glad someone's paying vague attention. Oh shit. Sorry Gutierrez, not sorry. How are you doing in IndyCar at the moment? Not very well. Hashtag not surprised. Hashtag 11th. Oh. Oh, it was a Ferrari. And this corner is such a bitch in the wet. Because the AI take it flat out and I can't. Same with, I have a very different way of doing turn 1 and 2 compared to the AI, and it always catches me out. Yeah, and the other thing about being a civil servant is that you're not supposed to like share political views with people and things like that. So you kind of end up being a nameless face in the crowd because it's a disciplinary action. I don't really care necessarily, and I'll have my own beliefs and what I think is right or wrong. But I think what working for the government for the last 9 years has taught me is how cynical and how it doesn't necessarily matter who's up the top, because it all gets caught up in just the middlemen underneath, and if they don't change as well, then nothing ever filters through properly. In my humble opinion.
I don't trust Theresa May. That's my opinion.
Theresa May. She's very... She's someone you can't like warm to, in my opinion. She comes across very hard and harsh. Surprised that move worked. I was busy watching what was going on ahead with Sainz and Massa.
She's got no soul.
Should be sold it to be Prime Minister. It must be such a horrible job being Prime Minister, because no matter what you do, you will be pissing off, especially in like such a divided nation at the moment. The fact that you're breathing pisses off 50% of the population. And the other 50% are waiting for you to do something wrong so that they can take your place. Thanks, Hulk. Quite what both Force Indias are doing behind Williams's in the rain, I've got no idea.
I'd love to be Prime Minister.
What would your first ruling be? I don't know what my first ruling would be as a Prime Minister. Sorry, Bottas. That was really harsh of me, but I don't care. How's the tyres looking?
Max
Ooh!
Vinny from driving an F1 car faced with tears of joy.
State funding support for motorsport. There is, I don't think it's in this country, but there was, I'm going to say Australia. There's like a government political party that is basically just all about motorsport. I'm sure it's Australia. And it's just because the guy's like a massive petrol head. I'm sure some people would be voting for it. I'm somewhat worried I'm going to run out of tyres before this race comes to an end.
It's called the Monster Raving Loony Party.
No. It's like a proper motorsport thing. Although those guys are amazing. I now follow Lord Buckethead on Twitter. What a guy. What a guy. He got like a couple of 100 votes as well, did Lord Buckethead. And then there was Mr. Fishfinger. Voting for fishmongers' rights. Come on, Kvyat.
Elmo stood against Theresa May.
Yeah, I did see that. That was amazing. This is the song, la 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 la.
Kevin is a couple of places up on you.
I know, I can see him, Jeff. I would dearly love a safety car so that I could pit for tyres, please. Ah, we're doing both! Ooh, this looks juicy up ahead. Does that mean that it's a McLaren 1-2? It is. Okay, yeah, so we're going to run out of tyres. We We are going to run well out of tyres. Shit. Don't be upset about my beautiful Renault. My lovely banana has been going quite well.
Our gap to our teammate is 2.0 seconds.
Are you driving for Renault 117?
I don't know who I'll be driving through in 2017 actually. That is a really good question. I mean, if Palmer goes, I feel like that would be the obvious choice. It's just to basically continually replace Jolyon Palmer and pretend that he just never existed in Formula One. I feel like that's probably best for humanity, but yeah, I'm not sure. Because I don't know where else I'd probably go. McLaren could be interesting. I could pretend that Stoffel didn't come into F1 this year. It's not like we've really noticed him.
Spore or PC?
I will end up getting a copy on both probably, but definitely PS4. The PC version may have to wait because I've really struggled to get this year's version working properly on my PC. And so, like, next year will be... sorry, F1 2017 will probably be just as terrible. Which is annoying because I love doing the F1 co-op series with Esteban, definitely Zero, but it's been nigh on impossible. A, because our time constraints this year have been a bit awkward because I've been doing 2 jobs at work, and B, my PC can barely run it, and so I'm like having to guesstimate with frame rates and stuff. Oh, fuck off.
You have PSN account?
Yes. I do. Christ, look at that tyre. Right, what I'm going to do...
That's great to race with you, mate, if you want.
I'm just going to save that. Oh, cool. Thank you, F1 Gamers, F1 World.
seconds.
My PSN is Sitorimon, Sitorimon. Just let me know who you are when you add me as friends, because otherwise I just get loads and loads of randomers, and I'm like, who are you? And unless you're fit, I'm not interested.
I'm missing Azerbaijan smiling face with horns, smiling face with horns.
Who said that evilness? Chimp's just turned into troll chimp all of a sudden.
It's not my fault.
Coming through! They all tripped each other up into the 130R. That was a dive bomb worth doing. Ooh. I thought that was going to happen. I'm glad I backed out.
What do you think about 2017? Is a Ferrari year?
I hope it's a Ferrari year. It's interesting because I think actually what's fascinating with this season is that you've got like both the A drivers and both the B drivers, and it sounds really horrible to put it like that, but they've been kind of filed into that format just by the opening season results. And you can't really call between either sets of those drivers at the moment, so it makes it really difficult. Because initially I remember saying earlier on in this playthrough that actually I think that Hamilton and Vettel will always be like the 1-2s, and that's all fine. But, oh fuck, that tyre wear. I think I might have to pit, you know. But where they've been a little bit up and down as well, I always thought that it was going to be like, it's down to which is the most consistent out of Raikkonen and Bottas for the constructors. And then depending on who keeps their head between Hamilton and Vettel. And to some degree, my opinion hasn't changed. But actually, it's Bottas and it's Raikkonen who's being quite consistent, albeit slightly slower, that I think might actually win the constructors for Ferrari. Or Hamilton losing his head too many times that will lose it for Mercedes. But Mercedes need to see if they can get into a sweet spot or something, because I think that they have a faster car, it's just it works in a much more tighter set of circumstances. Right, once we're out of Spoon, I am going to save this game because I'm in 3rd place,
Bottom's leading the race.
but I reckon I'm going to try going to the end, but I reckon the tyre will blow, and if it does, we're restarting because this has gone way too well for me in a wet weather drive for me to not want this.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Ooh, that's quite a difficult question these days.
8.4 seconds.
So I do love a Williams, even if I don't necessarily agree with their driver choices in 2017.
What team support better?
My favourite team of all time was Minardi. I love Minardi, I still do. Such a big supporter of them and the little guys. Sorry, Ricardo. I started F1 in the late 80s, early 90s. Was when I really became a massive fan, so I'm quite good for historical teams and backmarkers. I love backmarker teams. I'm always about the underdog. So it was Minardi, Sauber,
Retro F1 disappointed face.
HRT. They were good fun. Super Aguri, obviously. So yeah, Williams and Sauber are kind of my 2 teams at the moment that I cheer for.
Horse.
And I do have a soft spot for Toro Rosso just because it comes from Minardi DNA. Oh God.
This is your final lap.
Minute
Final lap of
great.
the race. The gap behind us is 0.6 seconds.
Yeah, Minardi are my all-time fave. I quite loved a little bit of Arrows as well. Oh shit.
That's like saying I have a soft spot for a murderer because their mum is Mother Teresa.
That is line of the broadcast, that is.
Laps of fuel remaining. Gap to car in front is 11.7 seconds.
I don't care about the cars in front. I'm just trying to gingerly make this car home. I'm not even braking fully anymore. Okay, right, I'm saving it here just in case this explodes on the last corner. Oh, I don't know what that was, James. It didn't come up as a proper emoji thing.
Okay, some information on Kvyat. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
I love your sense of humor, haha.
Okay, Schmiffles, bring it on home. That was a daring tyre strategy and it worked. Let's go, Schmiffles!
Great drive, great drive. We're really happy with that performance.
They're trying to sell Toro Rosso, aren't they?
Oh, McLaren team today.
Eric Boulier looks like he's got a skinny face.
I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just
Jensen!
what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet.
Please, Anthony, don't say the engine.
Have confidence to attack. And having that confidence gets you on the power earlier, it lets you
crashes
later,
at the limit.
and can put you a long way up the road.
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations. And it's going to be McLaren picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for that fantastic performance.
Even the car's wet with excitement. Oh, look at how sponsorless those overalls are. And there's obviously, if Mercedes do pick up McLaren for next year and they do swap engine make, I don't know how McLaren are going to stay afloat.
Let's take a look at the driver's standings. Well, the lead at the top has come down after a poor result for our points leader. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Was it me?
It's a difficult one, but I'll have,
you have to say the winner.
They pushed and pushed and found some fantastic performance.
It
was just a pleasure to watch.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings.
Oh, Felipe Massa, you naughty boy.
There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the
Felipe.
next race to see just who will come out on top.
Right, so what does that do for us? So, Hamilton and Verstappen equal on points, as is Ricciardo. Oh wow, it's a triple header. Loving that. Rosberg down to 4th, lol. We're coming back though, we're only 14 behind. Woo! And in constructors, I thought we'd lose out to McLaren. Red Bull leapfrog Mercedes. Proper switcheroo, loving it. It's almost like JB wanted this, knew that was going to be a triathlon and that the swim was coming first. Okay. But he's
Terrible
going to...
partnership with Honda.
Yes, I'm not really sure quite where to go with it. It's such a shame.
Should they need a change?
How many times can you give Honda a chance? Especially when it's really frustrating that you can see, like, when they go to IndyCar, they go really well there. When you go to other formulae, they're doing actually really well as well. It's just
you say a shame, I say heaven.
You say a shame, I say heaven. Heaven is a place on earth. I just can't see how much longer you can give something, and that team must be hemorrhaging money, or Honda is paying for the damage and Honda are hemorrhaging money.
Our upgrade pace is looking solid right now.
Is it?
But I do think we need to push harder if we want to stay competitive.
Do you?
Here's the report.
That's nice. Oh, okay. Have Mercedes done an upgrade? Please say no. Ah. Oh, everyone has. What the fuck? 2 for Mercedes, 1 for Red Bull, 2 for Haas. What does that do to everything? Okay, so that pulls Red Bull and Mercedes clear from McLaren. So my field day of having McLaren get involved with everything looks like it might be coming to an end. That's a shame. So then we will slip into quite a distant third, I think, actually, then McLaren. And that doesn't really do anything for Haas at all. It just means that they're not trapped with mana so much and might join the rest of the field. I will not do cease R&D. We'll do R&D for this race, and then we'll carry those points over, get the fuel efficiency bonus, hopefully, and then cease R&D next race. Because fuel efficiency is everything. I suppose what will be good though, for if McLaren do drop Honda, is that Sauber are suddenly a works team, and that can't be horrific for them. Because they're at the back anyway. They're not anyone's particular customer anymore. Because they used to be the Ferrari like go-to team, but that's now become Haas. So they're kind of no one's love child now. So it's interesting that they've gone that route, because it does set them up if Honda get better for a good future, and if McLaren leave and then Honda still get better, then they're well sorted. But it could all be a pipe dream.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top three again are Ricciardo, Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. Practice times are on the board then, but no points are on offer just yet. We'll be back with more F1 action soon.
Yeah, that's looking like a bit of a gap now between some of the teams. It was much closer beforehand. Never mind. We can do it. We can
Fell off
do
my
it.
bed.
I fell off your bed? I've not been on your bed, chimp. What are you saying?
You doing stream every Sunday?
Normally it's Saturdays. I just moved it for Le Mans. But I will be live streaming on Saturdays when F1 2017 comes out. There'll probably be a break after this one from F1 games. I might do a little bit of Project Cars or Assetto Corsa.
Session to begin here in the United States. Welcome to the Circuit of the Americas.
America! America! Someone pass me a burger now! Right, whilst that speeds off, let me quickly refill my drink.
My laptop is virused, so I'm watching you on my phone. It fell off.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you're spreading rumours, Chimpy. Right, let me quickly grab a drink.
Project Cars. Oh good.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top three, who are
I'm still mega undecided as to whether I'm going to get Project Cars 2, because I feel like they didn't fix Project Cars 1, so it feels like a bit of a naughty purchase. And depending on how quickly I get my new PC... Oh, gold. Thanks, James. Sorry, I was just grabbing a drink whilst that went on. Right, what's the... Oh, Red Bull 1-2. Oh, Ferrari. What was I going to say? If I do manage to save up enough for my new PC upgrades, I'd quite like to do some R Factor.
Good job, mate. Continue. Congratulations, winking face.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for coming and joining, actually. Nice to see new faces. Don't get very many. So yeah, I'm going to do some R Factor 2 and Automobilista. And maybe some of the like Race 07 stuff, where they put in like the Swedish touring cars and stuff like that. What I will need to do when I'm on holiday, I'm going to dig through some of my old sim racing when I was doing stuff on leagues, and either myself commentating on it or me racing in it, usually at the very back in last position, but it'll be me racing in it. So that you can kind of see some of the more like professional league stuff that I'm involved with, and how unprofessional I am in my team. My team's called Backmarker Brigade, and we've got a snail called Meep the Snail, and it's our mascot, and it's on the car, and it looks a fucking state. Right, so we're going to do The usual reverse strategy. Huh? How does that work? Let's do that. And if it's terrible, we'll just go for the fat tyres at the end.
Okay, how was the pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
I do like the circuit. I don't know if I'm very good at it though. I'm great at banzaiing into turn one and then forgetting where the braking point is. And this, I feel like I want to be able to drive like all of Sector 1 nearly flat out. And obviously you can't. And then I forget that every lap. And so I get through this bit and this bit. And then I'm like, shit, you need to brake. And then I go swimming through that blue bit and collect myself lots and lots of time penalties. Ah, the problems of life. Come on, Marcus. But yeah, if anyone's bored next weekend, racedepartment.com. I'll be commentating on the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
You haven't lost any front wings today. Well done. That's a record.
No. I lost one. I did lose. I lost one before you joined. It's you. You're usually you're my curse. Today you're my blessing. And I love the way how you've said that just before this turn one. This turn one just calls that. It's like a siren, a mermaid. I want your rear front wing. I want all of your wheels facing the wrong way. I can't do that corner for shit either. And this one, I always overthrow it. So yeah, I'm going to need luck for this race, I think. But I usually don't do too terribly. But if I can keep up with the leaders, I'll be a happy bunny now that they've got their upgrade. That worries me for my championship. Because Mexico I'm not normally strong at. And Abu Dhabi I am, so...
But turn one is wide.
All the more cars for me to hit, chimp. Alright, Nazza, you're supposed to go, mate. Oh, sorry, Seb. Oh, Massa.
Okay, the safety car is out. The safety
What?
car is out. We need to form up at a reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to
You're
keep it
good at
positive.
hitting other cars.
All he did was spin. We had Rosbergs flying across the road at Singapore. No one gave a shit.
Hours you play. Grinning face.
I normally do a few races. So, yeah, F1 gave us. So, season 1 of this career was 100% races. So, I'd do proper full qualifying and then the 100% race. And then that would be it for an evening. And then season 2, because that's quite difficult for people to watch, I found, is starting from the back every race. But now that I've kind of worked out my setups and stuff like that, I can just plug in and go. So
where have all the new people came from?
I don't know. I'm loving it. It's nice to have some new faces, as much as I love my oldies. I almost feel like I should say like, comment, subscribe, bitches, but I'm not going to. Because that would make me like all the other YouTubers. Hey, welcome to my F1 stream. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Oh, people are pitting. Oh, this worries me. Now, did they hurt? Was that for repairs or is that for actual tyre changes? And where are they coming out? Are they coming out last? They should do. No, they're not. They're blending back in. Fuck. We'll be okay. I think. This is too much of an angry elf circuit on tyre wear, I think, for you to not have to pit again, even if you pitted at the end of lap 1. Because we're on the softer tyre compounds, not the harder ones. I hope. I need to see now. Sorry, I don't often do this, but I'm really intrigued. Oh, Rio. Oh shit, no, they've come out in medium tyres. And they'd not hit anyone, so they've done that strategically. Shit. Danny Rick. I might do that at the end of next lap. Do you think I should? Right. If the safety car's not coming in at the end of next lap, I'll do it. Come on, signs. Oh, don't do that, Smithy.
Did you hear how the Force India controller said Ricardo?
Possibly, yeah. I'm good friends with the Force India social media guy. I always look out for the interviews where I can see him looking like slightly bemused and confused at all times. He's a lovely Italian guy who lives in the UK, and he has a really thick accent.
We'll keep you informed of any changes to the weather.
Lovely guy though, but it's just I find it really funny that he's communicating on behalf of an English team. Or do we keep this, actually, and then this does enable us to go for super softs because we can pit later? The strategies unfurl. What should I do? What should I do? I reckon the safety car will come in this lap and just piss me off. Set mediums.
Affirmative. Medium tyres at the next stop.
He's not pitting. Box this lap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap. Return the position immediately, or we will be
Rumors a month
penalised.
ago
There is
maybe
no
say Daniel
overtaking in the
Ricciardo
safety
is the
car
future
period.
driver for Ferrari. Are you agreed with this?
I could see him fitting in quite well at Ferrari.
Release.
I think. Oh, there's some front
Pick
wing
up the
there.
pace a touch, please. We need to close to within 10 car lengths of the car ahead.
Oh, we're fine, Jeff. Shush. I think for me, Red Bull, their program has worked now so well because they've got so many drivers everywhere. It's got to be Sainz or Ricciardo that goes to Ferrari. Because if Ricciardo doesn't go, Sainz will. Kvyat, I don't think will leave the Red Bull family. Even though I'm really pleased to have been proven wrong over his mental health state.
Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's
Okay.
make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the first safety car line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Oh, I hope this was a good move. This worked for us, I think it was at Monza, wasn't it? But there's less corners at Monza. That's what worries me.
Don't do a Magnussen.
Okay,
And
the
Gasly
incident
is
has
good for
been
Red
cleared.
Bull.
Let's get back up to racing speed.
Oh, look at all those people coming in.
He's in the pits.
Okay, we called that right against Super Softs. Ooh, Raikkonen's gone well out wide. Ooh, this isn't very... Ah, Kimmy! Oh, you cock. Oh, no, 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 no!
We're seeing minor damage to the front wing. Be easy on the car till we get it repaired. We don't want to risk making this worse. We think there's a
Minor?
viable strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one?
Chimpy.
Happy Father's Day.
Yes, happy Father's Day to my pa.
Copy.
Oh, do you know what? It doesn't feel that bad.
Hello.
Hello, Michael Wilson. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're well, sir.
Looks like Ericsson has come into pit.
Good. You can fuck off. Ruining my race.
Yes, very well.
Okay, so we are now in an awkwardly, exceptionally awkward no man's land. Which may work out for us over time. But I doubt it.
Mental guy.
Grosjean mental guy.
What do you think of yourself as Schumacher?
I certainly don't view myself as Schumacher. If that's what that said.
Right, some information on Ricardo.
I was named after Michael Schumacher.
Seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Ah! Awesome. Well, if you're going to be named after anyone, be named after one of the best. I don't really know what I was named after.
Fuck off.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Oh, that's what I was talking about, where I overshoot it.
The gap to the car ahead is 5.6 seconds.
I'm sorry that harsh. Hello, good people. I
Hello,
was christened in
Domaster.
Ferrari racing overalls when I was like 6 months old.
Ah, my friend named his son Jensen after Jensen Button. Because I'd never heard of anyone else in the world called Jensen.
Good people. Have you been here before?
Banter is real. Oh, Hamilton's closing me down.
Oh, that's nice. Look, grinning face. Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
They're tears of pain. Oh, he's so much faster than me. Maybe this was the wrong idea to go onto the medium tyres. I should have just went straight to the softs.
But I think this is a nice stream, isn't it?
I like to make it a nice stream. Everyone should at least have some alcohol if they're of the correct age. Maybe some snacks. And we can all talk about what we love and don't love about F1. What more is there to want in life? No, Hamilton. Smithy says no. Oh, that's not quite the racing line.
Do you want the truth or a lie? Hamilton is going to stick his front wing right up your rear diffuser and wiggle it around in there.
Thanks. You're almost making that sound tempting, Michael. Someone pass me some WD-40 and I'll get myself prepared.
You used the wrong there. Lello lello.
Ah, that wing is really causing me problems. Oh! It's not even how you take that corner, Simon.
Our gap to the car in front is 6.7 seconds.
Surely Verstappen hasn't pitted, though. Button was... There was only 2 people that came in for tyre change before I did. Button was one. Was Verstappen the other? I thought it was Ricardo.
Into for president or retirement.
Oh, good old Rio Haryanto. He got quite a lot of stick. I didn't think he'd done too badly.
I miss Maldonado in F1.
And his junior formula, Rio Haryanto, was not terrible at all. He won races in GP2. He was quite consistent. He was Palmer-esque. He took a few years to get the hang of it. But you don't have a few years in Formula 1, as Palmer is now showing.
Not Maldonado, Crash Maldonado. Face with tears of joy lies.
Oh, poor Pasta. Well, Pasta's been about in the F1 paddock, hasn't he? Which makes me so excited that there is potential Pasta action waiting to happen.
Low chance of rain now. If the situation changes, we'll let you know.
Wouldn't that be amazing if Maldonado was back in our world? Okay, we've got to beat Vettel out of the pit lane, which we've done. Doing remarkably well, actually, in a Ferrari that's like the 7th best car.
There were rumours of Pasta returning if Alonso retired. There would be a lot more ping pong.
Does anyone know? Oh, fucking time penalty. Arrgh! Schmiffy, no! This is the one race where you don't need time penalties because everyone's going to be bunched up behind you.
We've been awarded a time penalty.
Oh, of course we have. Thanks, Hamilton. I'm going to get you at the end of this straight. I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Bottle.
There we go. Go out wide. Have a Verstappen. Thank you. That 3-second penalty is going to ruin me though, because everyone's going to be crammed up behind me.
Just made the pass for first.
What do you call a blind dinosaur?
I don't know. What do you call a blind dinosaur? Oh yes, yellow flags. Oh, Alonso, no!
6 seconds.
Do you think he saw us?
Oh, Christ.
If you continue to cut corners, the stewards will give you a penalty.
Is this the new low that we're reaching on this stream? No! Good. All get stuck behind. Gutted, Verstappen. Fucking gutted. That was your fault. Oh, Grosjean's out too. He had nothing to do with it. I don't mind, but he had nothing to do with it. that could do very well for Bottas because he's on better tyres. And some of the leaders. And Ricciardo's still in an ailing Red Bull. Right, so whilst that's like that, let's quickly save. Thank you, thank you.
The car behind has some damage to their front wing. It doesn't look serious.
Oh, Bottas, don't pit. Stay out there, cause a traffic jam, that would be lovely. Cheers. Has anyone been watching any of the lower formulae, actually? Your GP2s, your GP3s, Formula Renault 3.5s and that kind of stuff? And if so, has anyone stood out? My favourite still is Charles Leclerc. Such a good driver. Can't wait to see him in Formula 1. I'll be a mammothly surprised man if he's not in F1 next year.
Not really, to be honest. I've been busy watching Le Mans. No, not I lie. Formula E looks interesting.
I have to say I don't watch much of Formula E. I do recommend, since there's some new people, I'll plug it again. There's a great website called racingforeveryone.eu, and that's where I go to find all of my racing stuff, including Formula Super GT, sorry, Super Formula, where you get really shouty Japanese people shouting at Japanese F1 cars going around Suzuka in lots of different formations, because that seems to be Japan's most used circuit at all times of the day. But it's also where I go for my touring car fixes and stuff like that, so yeah, if you want to find racing that's on the pay-per-view channels, which I will refuse to do. It's like Japan's own little mini Formula 1. The cars look really nice, actually. They remind me of like cars, F1 cars from the early 2000 era. Ah, shit, Hamilton's back ahead of Bottas. That's annoying. So it looks like we'll be probably about 6th on this race then. Providing we don't get any more time penalties, please, Smithy. And Ricciardo could well be actually our best ally. So if I can get past him. God, this front wing! I knew that was going to happen.
Getting close to Ricciardo now.
All of the time penalties under the sun. For anyone new to my streams, the amount of time penalties that I normally get in a race is ridiculous. So I'm glad that you're all learning the hard way. But my finishing position is never actually my finishing position.
Third place.
Indeed. The only good thing is that actually quite a few of the top drivers are going to be scoring poor anyway. Oh, Massa. Felipe, baby. Where have you been all race?
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
But actually, I think we're only going to drop back 4 positions with those 6 seconds, so that's not too bad. Before that clusterfuck down at the end of Sector 1 a few laps ago, that would have been a lot worse. So, yay for clusterfuck.
Baby, stay cool.
I'm bringing you the tinted visor. What did everyone make of the driver's briefing being made public? I thought that was quite interesting to watch, from a geek perspective.
Nice work, you did well today. I think the boss will be happy with that one.
Yes! Schmiffy did good. Good recovery.
So, another fantastic victory for McLaren today.
Eric Boulier.
Anthony, what do you think
back
made
to
the
back for
difference?
Button.
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a
was
good
quite
position.
good.
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the McLaren team, and I'm really happy to see them there on the top step of the podium.
Oh, well, we
So
won't be
then,
seeing that
it's
anytime
time to see
soon.
how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Daniel Ricciardo takes over the lead of the
Oh, well
Drivers'
done, Daniel
Championship
Kvyat.
after that excellent result. And now I'd like to ask
Bottas,
you,
Magnussen.
Anthony Davis,
Oh,
who was your
double
driver
points
of the
for
day?
Manor.
It's a difficult one, but I'll have to go for the Renault driver. They did a great job at getting the most out of their tyres
Oh, wow.
without losing pace, something that's a very handy skill to have in modern-day Formula 1.
On to the constructors then. Red Bull have extended their lead over the championship. Meanwhile, Toro Rosso's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Oh, so Alonso crashed out. Vettel then got a penalty for hitting Alonso as he retired?
Manor for the win.
Loving that. Okay, so that puts Ricciardo on top step. We're now 20 points behind with 2 races to go, so there's still potential. It's an outside shot, but we could still do it. I was going to say there'll be changes down here as well. So Verline gets ahead of Haryanto, who leapfrogs all of those drivers, yet still stays the same. And actually, that should then mean... Ha! So Toro Rosso leapfrog Force India, Manor leapfrog Haas and Sauber. Oh, if that had have happened in real life, that would have made me so happy. Poor Manor. I wish they were still about. I do miss them this year, actually. Whenever the grid's like 20 cars, it does feel noticeably thinner. Because invariably someone's starting from the pit lane or something. So you never really get the full quota of 20. I miss 24 and 26 grid cars. Car grids, rather. Being from the 80s and 90s. Right, if everyone's still happy, we've only got... Is it only... How many races have we got left? Is it Mexico and Abu Dhabi and that's it? Or is... Oh, Brazil we've still got. Right, so I might stop here then. I think I'll stop the broadcast here. And leave the final 3 races for not next weekend, but the weekend afterwards. That makes sense, doesn't it? Because then we've got three chunky races to finish up on. So it won't be this Saturday coming. This Saturday coming, I will be on race...
Isn't it?
Yep. No, you're right, Michael. So this Saturday coming, from midday GMT, I think, I'll be over at racedepartment.com commentating on the 24 Hours of Le Mans, which is done on R Factor 2. There'll be about 40 teams of between 3 and 8 drivers competing in that. So come over for the fun. There's some prizes and giveaways going on there. And I'll be back to finish off this playthrough the following Saturday afterwards, where we'll do Mexico, Brazil and Abu Dhabi. But thank you so much for watching. Lovely to see some new faces. And if you like what you see, do subscribe. I pop on a video every single day on my channel, but it's not racing related all the time. In fact, it's more racing, rhythm, platform, and indie stuff. So some of it you might like, some of it you won't. But thanks for watching. You guys will take care and have a great rest of the evening.
Hi.
And don't die of
Everything
sweat,
okay?
which is what I'm doing in
Do
Eco.
you remember to let us know which areas of the car you'd like us to develop?
All right,
Using
mate.
the laptop.
God.
I will come back 3.
Yay! Thank you, Demaster. I'm glad that you were happy. This has got to be like the most excitable broadcast for a while.
Bye.
Bye bye.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.